Hello, welcome to Comcast Newsmakers, bringing you news and information from people making a difference in our communities. I'm Beverly Weaver, and joining me now is Dr. Jack Pope, President and CEO of Compa Ministries. Welcome, Jack. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
Now, your ministry really has gone through a dramatic revolution and evolution over the last several years. Tell me a little bit about how much you're changing.
Well, Compa Ministries has been around really since 1981. Last 5 years we've gone through significant change. We really had to take a look at ourselves 5 years ago and decide what is the need that is in the marketplace and are we meeting that need. And in that process we really found that the need had changed pretty much. We ended up focusing on three things that we found out there. First is we had operated as a food bank. There are other food banks around. We were one of the smaller ones. But one of the things that's never really readily available on a consistent basis to food banks is a high-protein, low-fat, nutritious product.
Right.
Secondly, what we found is that people don't handle produce very well, fresh produce. And most of the produce that comes into food banks and salvage operations is fairly close to the end of its shelf life anyway.
Right.
Through that process, we really fell into the third item, which is vocational development. The evolution was we looked at, we started with some private label canning, and we put together a bean and ham type product that we were working with. That could help address the high protein issue.
Low fat too.
The other was a farm market operation. When you address produce, most produce came into food banks. People came one day, and if I can give an example, they had 1 day or 2 days a week they were allowed to come pick up product. If we got 2 truckloads of bananas on Monday, the people that came Monday and Tuesday, as I say, it's a little close anyway, got good bananas.
Right.
People on Friday got banana bread. And so we had to address those issues, knowing that you've got to be better at what you do, and can we get a better supply of this food out there? In that process, we came to the conclusion that to really make this happen, we needed to do a lot of it in-house, including a canning facility, which we have been building for the last few years. That facility will be finished in about January, but what that opened is our entire facility to really the opportunity of taking people, not only giving them food to help them stay out of homelessness and fall into that pit, but then to take them to self-sufficiency more than a Band-Aid. We had some experience in homelessness and vocational training to know that most of those programs are fairly limited in scope. A lot of them tend to be janitorial or something like that. We all of a sudden have a full plant with a broad range of job training that can take place, and that would be from manufacturing to maintenance to warehouse operations, forklifts, and that. So the short story is we've combined that into what we are now calling, instead of a food bank, a self-sufficiency agency. The food will be produced in our facility, repackaged in the salvage operations as well as the canning operations that will take place. And the byproduct of that, is food that we give away back into the community.
Yeah, definitely building, and as you said at the beginning, an evolution of what you're really doing and looking more at what the need in the community is. Certainly with the situation economically right now, a lot of people are in the position where they're either needing a job or needing some food assistance.
Well, and the economy is really a huge whammy, I guess, to nonprofits. One, it hurts our ability to raise funds to do what we need to do. But at the same time, the demand is going up, and you're going to hear that from everybody. The other thing that's happening when you're looking at the vocational aspect is there's a lot of jobs are disappearing that are the low-end jobs. So people that really didn't have a lot of skill sets at one point basically are being pushed completely out. And the way that they're going to come back in is to get some skill sets that will take them to a living wage job.
A new level.
And benefits.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Dr. Jack Pope, President and CEO of Compa Ministries, thanks for being with us. A good update on what you're doing in the community.
Thanks for having me.
And thanks for watching Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Beverly Weaver.